Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 6 of my Palermo FIFA 16 Career Mode series. First up here, we've got a bit of a training session. We're going to add some players because, again, some others are missing through international duty. And if you have any suggestions for players that I haven't really trained so far, drop in the comments, of course. Chris Tante could be one, but he's only on loan, so that's the issue with him, with me not really training him, because unless I sign him, obviously I have to spend more money. Like, I'm not sure if I will. Just have to see how we go in terms of transfer funds for the following season. And should I sign him permanently? What do you guys think? But yeah, just adding Goldeniga and also Lazar, both important players. I want to improve Lazar's finishing as we are playing him as a left midfielder. He's got some good attacking attributes and he's a good fit for us to play in that left midfield position because he can still defend well. And if the other winger, we got Arroyo, he's maybe not so good defensively. So if one of those wide midfielders can defend well, I think that's a good mix. Instead of having two that would attack a lot, because of course no fullbacks. We need those wingers to get back anyway. And Arroyo's got pretty decent quickness as well, so he can push back, and he's got strength as well. So that's really good. Have you noticed that maybe attacking player that's got strength, they can still defend decently just by like pushing them away? But here we look to have an early opportunity, and what a finish from Toure. That was pretty decent. A lot of you guys mentioned, and even I noticed, when we signed him, he had 68 finishing, pretty low for if I wanted to play him striker. He's left midfielder as well, but that was a pretty decent finish, wasn't it? Really like that from Thomas Toure. What a way to score your first goal in the league for us. Vazquez gave away the yellow card, but it was a very good foul to give away because that man, you would have seen he was down. So that helped us. You would have seen when that goal played out. So it worked out at the end of the day. Unfortunately, here we give the ball away. Mattia Destro, and he won the interception there as well. So he anticipated really, really well and scored a very good goal there, as I mentioned, to anticipate the interception, and a pretty class finish as well. I actually rate Destro as a striker. I had him at AC Milan, my FM15 save I did. He scored a decent amount of goals. So, yeah, I think he's a pretty good striker. That's his second goal so far this season in the league. It will be interesting to see how much goals he ends up with. Do you think he could be a player we could sign? I don't think he has sky-high potential, so it wouldn't cost too much. But here, Bologna, they're looking to get the lead, actually, and it's a very, very dangerous free kick to Deven. Was really, really hard. He almost chipped it as well from the free kick, so that was interesting. Like, look at the replay here with the free kick. He just kind of chipped it up a little bit, and it seemed hard to defend. I thought I would have been able to, but not the case. Godfred Donsa able to score his first goal in the league so far this season. So we're suddenly behind, and unfortunately for the rest of the game, we just couldn't score, and they probably got the next best chance there. We couldn't really clear it too well, did we? So that was a bit of a disappointing performance, I would have to say. We started really well, and then it kind of just fell apart. We're going to have games like this with this kind of team, we're going to have games like this season. Maybe we're not going to play our best. We're going to concede some goals, and yeah, it will be disappointing. But we're still in a safe mid-table position for the time being, which is exactly what we'll be going for this season. As I mentioned it before, we got to be developing some players to improve, and obviously signing players over the first few seasons, and that's something I will mention as well. I may think to simulate maybe one game every episode or one every 2 episodes, something like that on average anyway, because it looks like we are going to have a season where we will probably finish mid-table. We won't lose enough games to get relegated, but also we won't win enough to get in a European position. So in these kind of seasons with this kind of team, at least for the first season, obviously the next season I'll look to improve, but at least for this season I think that will be the best. And also that I want to play a lot of seasons, I want to move teams or move on to a new country specifically once I achieve with a team in this league, which would be Palermo, obviously in Italy. I wouldn't move to another Italian team, just so you guys know the plan. I want to kind of be a journeyman, really, like a journeyman career mode, a manager road to glory, as such. I would like to see it as. So into this game now against Inter. This is a big game, and luckily for us that they took Jovetic off at halftime and they brought on Brozovic. It was a good first half for us defensively. Like, I thought this game, if we get a draw, that would be a massive result for us. But we actually have an opportunity here. Heilemark finds Vazquez. Vazquez, could he score another goal? And he does. He beats Handanovic, who did get his hands to it. Unfortunately, he didn't make a very good save. I'll be disappointed with that if I was Inter. Like, it wasn't the most powerful shot in the world, but it was from close range. So that close, like in the box, it's hard for the goalkeeper to make the save, especially with someone like Vazquez. And I know some of you guys mentioned that I should sell him and that will be realistic because he may leave in real life. But that's the thing, like, I don't really like selling my best players in my team, and I don't think that would be a good move. Like, for me as the manager, I want to do the best for the club. And that will be the best for the club, to keep my best players. It's pretty simple. And I don't go out of my way to be realistic. I just play the career like I would normally. And I normally do majority of realistic things, but I don't go out of my way to be realistic, which I think the way it should be. But can we finish off this game with a goal from a free kick? It's Arroyo, and that was a peach. That was an amazing free kick. It was actually perfect. There's good goals you score from a free kick. Obviously, you score from a free kick is a good free kick. But this was absolutely perfect. And I shouldn't be surprised because he's got amazing attributes. But I've kind of understood now how to take the free kicks with him. How much power, how much curve and all that kind of stuff. See how it was dipping and it was curving. Had amazing power on it as well. It was a really good height because I didn't do it too high. So like I said, I'm understanding how to do free kicks with him now. I've scored 2 already. I think you would have saw one in a previous episode, and not a great free kick with him, but starting to learn with him now. But when you hit it right with him, it's the free kick is amazing. Like all the 3 main things: the power, the height, but also the curve as well. When you get it right with him, those 3, absolutely amazing with him. And I would think he's a unique signing because he's that age, like 28. People like to sign high potential players, but those are the players I like to sign. But that's the thing, I wouldn't sign him with maybe like a top 4 team. Say when I do my Manchester United career modes, and for you guys wondering about Manchester United career mode, I do that at the start of every FIFA game. So FIFA 17, I'll be doing it once more. It wouldn't be as good if I did it year round, because then I'll just be continuing doing Manchester United for my whole YouTube career. I do it at the start of every year, maybe for a couple months, maybe a few seasons like I did this year, or at the start of FIFA 16 anyway. I did a couple seasons, won the Premier League. So yeah, just a nice introduction, I suppose, into the new FIFA game. But that's what I mean. You wouldn't sign those kind of players with Manchester United. You either go or any top 4 team in the Premier League or even Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga as well. You would go for the really big players and then the potential players. There's no really in between you would go for. You could, but it wouldn't be seen as a great signing because there'll be better players available. So yeah, with a team like Palermo, who's definitely not a top team, we'll have to say that, had a pretty poor season in real life, didn't they? So yeah, those are kind of teams I like to manage, so I can make those kind of signings like someone like Arroyo. But when it gets hard, and even Kynes has been really impressive without scoring too many goals this season. Toure, he stepped up and scored. He'll only improve as we start training him more. But into this game now where our fitness of players are a bit lower, so we had to make some changes, and is it going to affect us? Napoli have an early opportunity. Sorrentino, and I keep getting comments still to recall Viviano, but I'm not going to do that. Viviano, he'll come back next season. And Sorrentino, because I mentioned this already, but just to reiterate it for you guys that didn't listen, he's the captain, Sorrentino. But unfortunately, he couldn't make the save there. But that was an amazing strike by Maggio there. Just look at the replay. And that curve was actually pretty decent as well. I love shots with curve on them. And look at this. It was going out, but then it curved back. Oh, that was an amazing goal. Christian Maggio, he's a quality player, actually. He's another player I rate. I feel as though when a player scores, I talk about how I think he's a good player. But yeah, that's why they score against me, because they are good players. So, Barlog with the header. He finds Gilardino. Can he finish now? Surely he does. Is that going to be offside? It is. Oh, no. What a goal that would have been. Only 10 minutes remaining, really, and that would have been a great equaliser for us. to get a result against Napoli, and he was just coming back as well. So close to being onside. And ref, he blows the whistle there. I paused the game in frustration there. I just couldn't believe it. I actually believed there would be a chance for me there. I was like, oh, we could have a chance to score. And no, he blew. Just at the worst time. And yeah, you don't want that, do you? But anyway, that is going to be it for now. That's the kind of season we're going to have. Like, that's what I wanted to wait maybe 10 games or so into the season where you'll realize the kind of season we're going to have. We're going to win some, we're going to lose some, and it's pretty obvious we'll probably finish mid-table. So hope you guys will understand if I simulate some games here and there. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the very next one.
You don't have to relate to me. You don't have to have hate for me. You don't have words to say to me. You don't even have to pray for me, do you? Cause I'll do me until the day that I'm through. Remember back then, backstabbing friends told me to not to. Remember they said that if you need me, then I got you. When I needed you, mostly were ghosts. And you left me feeling empty. And then I lost hope. You want me to fight, how can I cope? Slowly realizing my friends come and go. Finding myself at the end of the road. I'm dying inside, but live like I won't.